Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the pick a card this week. What is your spiritual gift and your purpose? I'm going to say gifts because I have a feeling there's a lot more than just one gift within these cards. So welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Isa. I'm a tarot reader and an oracle reader. And today we're doing a pick a card. We're looking at your spiritual gifts and your purpose. Thank you so much for being here and choosing my channel. Guys, I really appreciate that. I was formerly Phoenix Cloud Tarot. I'm now Intuitive Tarot with Isa. So now that we got that out of the way, I just wanted to say, if you don't know how to do a pick a pile or a pick a card, I'm going to explain that to you briefly now. We have 3 piles here. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay. And you're going to intuitively take a look at these piles and see which one really resonates for you, which one you feel deeply has a message about your gifts and your purpose. And then you'll go ahead and jump down below if you like and go to the chapters. You can press on the chapter or you can go to the description box or the comments. I will have links in there marked pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 for you, so you can just jump right to whichever one you want to listen to. Okay, now if you feel in between some, because that actually happens for me a lot, usually I just listen to both because I tend to find that there are messages within both piles for me. So that's just me. You guys can do that if you like. And yeah, we'll just get started. Okay. So I'm going to give you a minute to look at these guys. I want to ask very kindly, if this does resonate for you and you like these and you want to see more of them, please show your girl some love, give it a thumbs up, get my channel off the ground here and keep me going. And don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and come on back and see me. All right. Now here you go. Take a look, use your intuition and choose your pile. Okay, pile 1. If you chose pile 1, then you chose this lovely black agate, also known as the root chakra stone here. Okay, and this is a stone of power and balance. It's believed to mirror your inner self, protect your spirit, help you to gain introspection and absorb negativity in your life. Okay, so I love this. We're just gonna pop this right over here. Okay, gonna take my watch off for you guys. I noticed I had that on. All right, so let's lay these out and see what we have going on here. Okay, this is that past life card that I love so much. Ooh, interesting. We have here, this card talks about like our light attributes and our dark attributes. So I'm excited to see what that says for you guys. Let's put these here, okay? Hopefully you're able to see all of these. I'm just going to move them up a little bit here. Okay. And I'll stick that right there. All right. Give me 2 seconds. I strongly get that part of your purpose is to experience freedom and help other people experience freedom. I'm getting a real warrior spirit with this warrior of the heart card. And what I truly feel, especially with imprisonment or slavery, your purpose could be to like help people who are imprisoned, help people, like maybe you're into law and order. Perhaps you would like to be a police officer, an investigator, a detective, something like that. You tend to be the one shining a light of truth wherever you go. And I feel as if part of your purpose has to do with you calling other people to their purpose. So it's coming in very clear to me that many of you may be a huge guiding light to a lot of people in your life. You're the person that people are coming to at like 3 a.m. They want to talk to. You in your past life, I feel like with this imprisonment and slavery, I feel like you helped. You may have been like on the Underground Railroad or something crazy like that. Maybe you were part of the civil rights movement. I'm getting just this strong, like, protesting energy, standing up for people who really can't stand up for themselves. So I feel like that's part of your purpose, and your gift and your calling. And really, part of your gift to me with this freedom is really, I kind of mentioned it before, is like being very free spirited and giving other people the permission to be that way as well. You're the kind of person who walks into a room and it just lights up, right? You're a beacon of truth, honesty. Maybe you're even a little bit like Wonder Woman. That might be like one of your, favorite types of heroes, heroettes, or whatever they might call them, because, she lassos people and makes them tell the truth, right? So this is about honesty. So I find you like a young, charismatic, very honest type of energy, the person that might be dancing at the drum circle type of vibe, which is cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. And we have here fear. So I feel like one of the things that you get to overcome in this lifetime is the fear of really authentically embodying and embracing who you really are and overcoming that. And it may be part of your purpose that you help other people to overcome their fears as well, guys. Okay. It's really, really, really powerful energy I feel here. It's very like fun and free spirited. Okay. Now, I want to talk about this light attribute for a minute. So, light attribute is the servant. As I said before, I felt very strongly that need to help others, to be in service, to maybe protest for what's right and stand up for people who can't necessarily stand up for themselves. And it says, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Again, the freedom, the love, the truth, the warrior of the heart here. Okay. And we also have the shadow attribute. So the shadow attribute says using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. So for some of you, one of the things that might stop you or, hinder you in this life from truly living in this purpose and embodying your purpose and your spiritual gifts is money. You might feel like there's things in the material world that you're missing, and because you're missing these things, you don't have the ability to truly do this work for whatever reason. Okay. So very, very interesting energy here. Now I want to talk about the chimpanzee. It says use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your questions. So, you know what this really is giving me? It's giving me that you have a really incredible and unique balance of the spirit world and the physical world. And you're able to take those spiritual aspects and attributes and put them into very plain terms for people. And I think that that's a wonderful gift that you have, group number one, pile one, is that you're able to explain things in a very simple and tangible way for people that they get it. And that's not an easy thing. Trust me, I have been doing this for years now, and I still have trouble figuring out how to say certain things. Okay. But it just seems to be a knack that you guys have, that you can just kind of, say things and say it in a way where people really understand and they get it. Okay. So you have answered the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And I feel like with this card right here, guys, you may not be living in this purpose. You may not know what it is that you're supposed to do, what your spiritual gifts are. And I feel too that, it's time for you to answer this call, but also this is that energy I got of calling others to their purpose. Okay. So you may also struggle with living and being in your purpose, but part of what you're here to do is to awaken people to whatever is calling their soul to do in their purpose, which is really, really beautiful, incredible energy. Now, let's talk about the Warrior of the Heart card. I actually have the meaning of this card, and this talks about living in the brilliant light of being a warrior, a kind of person who's impeccable with their actions. And like for you, it's not really time for you to be timid at this time. It's time to live out loud and be bold with your actions. Okay. It's time to step forward and take a risk to honor your truth and speak up for yourself. Okay. Now, this talks about the greatest native warriors weren't the ones who wounded the most people, but they were the ones who did remarkable things that helped others because of their own personal power, and they helped other people lay down their weapons and you know step back from the fight. Okay, rather than fight, this is about finding peaceful solutions. So again, it's interesting that this card was the choice, because I really felt that, helping other people get free, standing up for others, that spirit of like protesting. Okay. So I feel like a position that might be great for you is like, what do they call it? I think, um, like a people falsely accused of crimes and stuff like that, people who are serving time that shouldn't be serving time. Like I said, law might be really, really good for you as well. Okay. But this card really asks you to have courage, because a polar bear is a scary, it's a scary bear. I don't know if y'all know about a polar bear, but they will tear you up. They are not like, a regular brown bear. All right. They're vicious. They're vicious. And especially when it comes to their kids. All right. So, this is this is asking you actually to fear less in your life, which is very interesting, because we have this fear card. So maybe some of you have been kind of scared of, really, like I said, putting yourself out there and having the courage to go beyond your boundaries, right? Maybe you suffer from some type of anxiety that doesn't support you really stepping into this purpose. All right. So I really love this for you guys. And I truly feel like part of your gift is that truth, that that bright light that you shine, that honesty about you, that power about you, that when you walk in a room, you light it up. Okay. I think you also really challenge people to like question their own belief systems, because you question yours as well. It's a way that you work with your own personal integrity. There's just a real stand up type of vibe about this, even though it gives hippie, like it straight up gives hippie to me, but I love it still. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a couple of tarot cards and see if we can find anything else about, um, this purpose here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Is there anything else? Okay, here we go. We have death, but we had it in reverse. So this talks about reaching those people who have a hard time changing their situations. And I love the death card. It's Scorpio energy, because it talks about a transformation, And right now, some of you might be feeling like you're a little bit stuck when it comes to transitioning into a different aspect of your life, where maybe you're embodying this energy that we're talking about. Okay. We have the Five of Cups, and that's in reverse. This talks about letting go of um, like letting go of old hurts, the past, things that don't support you, shame and guilt that you might have. Maybe you carried some of this energy over from a past life. Maybe you were a person who actually was in prison at some point in another life, or maybe you put people into a prison. And so part of what you might feel like your karmic purpose is in this life is to get people free, in a spiritual sense or literally in a physical sense. Okay. So this is um, refocusing yourself. I feel like earlier in your life, you were very focused on something negative that stifled you. And I feel like you're going through a transition here where you're learning to let go of that stuff, these fears. Okay. It might be the fear of shaming your family for some of you, or fear of being, embarrassed by your energy. But I'm going to go ahead and see what other card I have here for you. Let's see. Anything else regarding this purpose and spiritual gifts, please? Ooh, the Hierophant. Deeply spiritual card. When we look at this card in the traditional Rider-Waite, it actually it's like the Pope card, in a sense. But the Hierophant here talks about commitment. So I feel like commitment might be a challenge for some of you when it comes to living and working in your purpose, in the spiritual gifts that you guys have. But I also feel that you have a very powerful presence and a powerful voice, like I said before. So you really grab people's attention when you walk into a room. You could very well be a Taurus here. All right. I feel also like you guys see the beauty in things that a lot of other people may not notice or recognize. Okay. One of the pathways that you may use your gifts is through religion and or spirituality. I feel that your integrity means a lot to you. This card is very much that for me. It's about belief systems, uh, and like our personal integrity and stability. Okay. And spirituality. So I feel like this is an important part of your life for you. And definitely the Seven of Wands is boundaries, protection, standing up for other people who cannot use their voice, or supporting people in being able to do that. Okay. Like you don't listen to their excuses. They're like, oh, this you can't change. That's just an excuse. I know that you can change. I know that you can win this. I know that you can beat this. I know that you can do this type of energy. I feel like that's something that you might end up saying actually quite often to a lot of people. I just wanted to go ahead and see here if there's any other gift that you guys have or anything else that's part of your purpose before we wrap this up. The High Priestess and the Star. Wow. And I like shuffled these. Like I stopped the camera for a second. I really shuffled these. And I got the Pisces energy with the Star. You guys also may not know this because this is, very kind of secretive, magical energy. It's a mystery, right? You may not know this yet, but you have a very healing spirit or healing gift, meaning that when you talk or when you touch people, you may actually be able to heal them. And I see that some of you could like study esoterics, maybe you're into the occult, something like that, or just spirituality in general. Okay. You tend to help people remember what their dreams are and what's important to them. I feel like with the star card, you give people hope that they can make their dreams come true as well. All right. And I definitely feel that there's a sense of people being able to really turn to you for advice, for some type of like spiritual guidance as well. I'm also picking up really strongly like crystals too. Like I feel like you might have a lot of crystals around your house. You might use them to heal other people, or maybe at this time you're learning about that. Okay. I feel at some point too, like you guys turned away from this, like, and it could be because there were people in your life that tried to convince you that these were, foo foo, it's like all phony or whatnot. I kind of feel like you guys had that experience. Okay. So, wow, I'm like shocked. You guys have a really powerful purpose. And, this is like one of the cooler readings I've done. I've never had one where somebody's like, a protest, like a stand up for people. You could be like a woman's rights or children's rights, against, abuse and all kinds of stuff like that. Like I also see that too. So I see you really healing people with this work if you guys choose to do it, if you're not doing it already. And, with that said, I would like to invite you to look and see in the areas of your life where you really are actually doing this purpose and living in this and embodying it, but doing it in a way that maybe you never realized you're actually taking part in your purpose. Okay. So really, really love this energy for you guys. I thank you so, so much for being here. I really do hope this supported you. If it did, please don't forget to give your girl the like on the way out, and don't forget to subscribe and come on back. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, pile two. How are you guys? Welcome to the party. If you chose pile two, you chose this beautiful tiger's eye. And tiger eye is known as a root chakra energy crystal and a stone of peace. It's believed to help with concentration, good moods, and help you be grounded. It also gives you a determination, and it wards off evil. So really, really nice, lovely stone. I'm just going to put that right there for you guys. I already chose all of the cards, guys, to cut the time of shuffling. So I have not seen these. It is both our first time looking at these cards, just FYI. So actually, let me put that there. Let's take a look and see what we got. Put that one there. Let's put this one here. Ooh, okay. Give me a second here. Turn this one around. Wow. So you guys, your spiritual gifts and your purpose, you have the tribal spirit dancer. Wow. Like, wow. That one's just really, really powerful. And I see a lot of play. I see a lot of teaching and play and fun and family. So let's get started, okay? So you have here the teacher. So many of you might not just be a teacher, or a teacher is a good route for you as far as your purpose, but this is also a gift. It's also a gift to be a wise old soul, which is that's like the vibe I'm getting from you guys, is like the wise old soul, the one that helps people and guides people along the way and teaches people. Maybe I feel like you may have been like, let's say you were you were a tribal person. That's one serious energy that I'm picking up. But you may have been the one who cooked and then taught other women or men how to do the cooking. If you were a man, you might have been like the hunter-gatherer type, because we have the food and hunger here. But I also pick up, because this is a past life card, that you may have struggled with food. You may currently struggle with food, or you help people that struggle with, let's say, like food issues, right? Okay. People who eat too much or they binge eat or something like that. Hopefully you guys catch my drift. I can't say a lot of things on here. So hopefully you understand what I mean. And that could be because in a past life there was a shortage of food, or maybe there were times that you went hungry. So that might be one of the themes that comes up in this lifetime for you. But I am strongly getting that you have been a teacher to others and you have taught them about food, nutrition, cooking, baking, stuff like that in another life. Okay. Your message really about your life is to have fun and enjoy it and to celebrate it. Do you see here? Like, I feel like some of y'all could be like you wait tables, you could be wait staff or something like that, but you're like the fun person at the job. You're not the boring one. You're the one who's always like training everybody, who's teaching people how to do their job, serve their tables, whatever. Like you're just the life of the party, I feel like, wherever you go. Okay. You tend to have people gravitate to you when they want to have fun. I also feel like you guys, because of the tribal spirit dancer, you guys are incredible dancers. You probably get people to have so much fun dancing, and that might be one of the ways that you express yourself best is through dancing. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's look at the meaning of this card. It says, let go and say yes to life and be daring. Dance to your heart's desire, unfurl your wings and fly. Cast aside conventions and restrictions. Tune into the rhythm of your life. Laugh and explore. Go beyond your predictable behavior. Sometimes life is messy and chaotic, and that's okay. Leave the dishes, run outside into the sprinklers. If you're not in need of doing that, then I feel like you're the person who would be like my bestie and be like, let's go, girl, and run through the sprinklers and have a good time. And so I feel like you're on this planet to be free and proudly and freely express yourself in ways that, don't meet the expectations of others. It's a little unconventional, and who cares what they think? You're a huge screw you to the whole world just by being exactly who you are. Some of you could be transgender or all kinds of things. Like you just, everything about you just says, F the system. I'm not like you. I'm incredible. I'm lovable and, amazing just the way I am. So this is a reminder to be your most, extraordinary self. Fling your arms up in the air. And this also for you is a great way to clear out your mental clutter. Okay. Now, I need to tell you that this is also a card that helps you move beyond situations that you've outgrown. All right. You could very well have a lot of Aquarius in your chart because I'm getting a really strong, like rebellious energy about this card. But that's good because you don't have time for rules, pile two. You don't have time for rules. You have time to have a good time, and not in a way that, you forget everything that you've got to do in your responsibilities. I don't think that. I think you also have this very responsible energy because you have the teacher here, which grounds you, thank God, because otherwise you might run off. But, you don't accept the rules as they are. You're made to stand out and create your own rules. So, listen to your heart, follow your dreams, dance to the beat of your own drum, because I feel like that's the kind of people that you guys are. It's giving so much cool energy. And that's part of your gift because, when you're that way, you give other people the permission to do that as well. You might be a dance teacher. You may teach people to dance or teach people to play instruments. You could be a musician as well. I'm getting that energy too. So you're a fun, creative type. Okay. Excuse me. Let's talk really quick about your light attributes and your shadow attributes. And this could be like challenges that you face in your life. It says, the light attribute of the thief is that they shed light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. So, what this really is giving me is like that abundance that's within you. You bring that wherever you go. That's not something that anybody can take from you, that special light that you have. Where you go, people probably tend to give you things, treat you to things. They want to, you're the life of the party. So they want to make sure that you're the one generating all the energy to have a really good time, and keep things going. So I feel like money really follows you. And in your light attribute, you can be very selfless and a giver to others, and others are very giving to you. Now, in the shadow aspect, it says stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. So, this is something to be aware of, that in your shadow aspect, you may be the energy of a taker without realizing that you could be the energy of a taker. So maybe you tend to take other people's creative ideas, and instead of making them your own, you copycat somebody or something like that. All right, please don't come for me, guys. I'm just reading the cards. All right. But kind of stomping on some feet without realizing that you do that sometimes. Because maybe what happens with you is that you have like scarcity conversations sometimes, like there's not enough of something. It's just something to observe and to look at. Okay. And if you still deal with that energy, this reading hopefully will help you to shift in this time. Okay. So I do still like that for you guys. Excuse me. Let's talk about this cat. This is so funny because cats are so incredibly independent, are they not? They are jumping all over the place or doing what the hell they want. You cannot tell them what to do. Again, with the rebellion spirit, like your rebellious nature and independent nature inspires others to be, creative thinkers for their own. Maybe you're an artist. You guys probably dress really awesome and funky. Like I see cool shoes and stuff. Like, can we be friends? Seriously. But the cat, it says it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. All right. So that's where this energy of the thief comes in, that if you're not in your light attribute, you can tend to kind of take up space or make others feel heavy because you're dependent on their energy. Okay. So like you could be a little bit of an energy vampire if you're not careful, but you don't have that intention to do it for a bad reason. It just happens that way, right? Your energy can tend to be overwhelming at times to people. And maybe people have said stuff to you like, oh my gosh, you're so extra. You're like too much. So if this is resonating, definitely pop up that like right now, because I'm feeling it if you're feeling it too. Seriously. All right, let's look at the friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Excuse me. I feel like you are very incredibly loyal to your friends, and that's actually a gift. Like your loyalty is a gift to other people, especially to people who need to learn important things. Again, remember, you're the teacher. You're the one bringing the spiritual lessons, the life lessons to people. You're the wise old soul, even though you have this young, playful spirit. You may even look really young, but friendships are going to be very important to you, especially like when we talk about the tribal energy here in the tribal society. Everybody relies on each other for everything. It is so important to establish the tribe and have, great relationships with each other and their friends. So I feel like you really have a tribe, and you have some really, really wonderful friends that really look to you to give them that energy that you bring, to teach them things that they don't really understand, to help them awaken. Okay. So, and you get them to not be so serious. Like, why is everybody so serious all the time? I feel like some of you have jobs as comedians, or you're just really super funny. You could like have people tell you you're absolutely hilarious all the time, but you also have this very balanced, like wise side of you, and that's what makes you so incredibly special, and that's where your gift is, where your power lies, because in being such a dynamic, artistic, fun, creative, musical, artsy person, you can reach so many people that way. Excuse me, and get them to wake up, especially if you have anything around this food and hunger. Okay. Any kind of special message around this. You might work with people to like what was I gonna say, like maybe you're a theater teacher, you could be like a kids theater teacher, or do some volunteer work, stuff like that, where you feed the homeless and stuff as well. Okay. But I do get a chef, I do get a cook. They're very artistic, very creative people as well. So, and food is always a great conversation piece. And I feel like you guys are an amazing conversationalist. You can talk to anybody. You can pretty much go melt into a pot somewhere in any setting. You like walk into a room, there's a bunch of New Yorkers, you like hanging with the New Yorkers, and then you can go to the other side of the room and like hang with all the preppies and like, just a lot of different people. And that's a cool gift to have. Actually, you're kind of a shapeshifter is like the energy that I get, like shape shifting. And we have families. So again, with like the tribal stuff, I feel like children and family is very, very incredibly important to you. You may do work around like children and families as well. I feel like the togetherness is very much a thing that's incredibly important to you. And you may have a very interesting artistic family as well. And that only like contributed to how interesting a person you are. I was just about to say something. I got something about sunshine or sunny places. So maybe you live in a sunny place. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to dive into some tarot and see if there are any other additional messages here regarding your gifts and your purpose here, what you're here to do with your life. Okay. Oh, I think I got them. 9 of water. I want to say this. What makes you really happiest is your family. That's one of the things that's going to be so fulfilling for you in this lifetime. If you don't have a family, it will be the most fulfilling thing for you. Okay. And I feel like it'll really help you in driving you in your purpose. Okay. And then what is this? The Emperor, but it's in reverse. Be careful. And this is Aries energy. Be careful that you don't abuse the power that you have. All right. Again, with the shadow attribute. The shadow attribute can be arrogance, maybe thinking you're better than other people. Maybe lacking the courage to really stand out and be yourself regardless, be that rebellious spirited person. Okay. I often feel too that you are there for people more than they're actually there for you, pile two. Okay. It's giving like you put a lot of energy out there. And a lot of that energy doesn't come back to you. That there are people who have been not loyal to you. You give your heart away very, very easily because you believe in love. You believe in all things that are good and beautiful and pure. I don't feel skepticism from many of you. You're very creative and open-minded. So beautiful energy there. Now you have the Page of Air in reverse. Ooh, I don't like it, guys. This tells me that there's a lot of people that are jealous around you that can be really petty and really nasty at times. And you don't really understand that because it's just not really in your like in your wheelhouse to be like that. Okay. So I feel like there are times, because of your good heart, because of your wild imagination, and because you're so fun, you tend to attract people that hurt you, hurt you with words, hurt you by not, giving the same amount of energy to you that you give to others. Okay. Ooh, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Oh man, I love you some Johnny Cash. All right, guys, maybe you guys do too. Anyway, let's get to the 10 of Wands here. All right. So this again, you know what it's giving? You're the person who can take, you multitask your pants off, and you do it with ease, and you do it with style. Some of you could be a fire sign. You could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. But the 10 of fire talks about getting to breaking points, getting to breaking points because there's just too much. So you guys really get to conserve your energy at times and really go in on your self-love, because you tend to, I feel like, go all out and carry everybody else's burdens, and that sort of feels like the plight of the empath, really giving to others before you take care of yourself. Okay. So I'm a little bit bummed, guys. I got to say really quick, my freaking camera cut off. The last part of this reading was so beautiful. I'm going to do my best. I had a bunch of cards here that I pulled out, so we'll go over them again. But I wanted to just briefly touch on the fact that you are, just one of those people that, is such a good friend, and people look for a lifetime to find people that are like you. You're genuine, you would go out of your way for anybody, but also you're coming to an end of a cycle of doing that. Okay. Because I feel like you do a lot more for others than they tend to do for you. You swing a lot of plates, you spinning a lot of plates, you're juggling a lot of different things, you're very good at multitasking, and you have many talents, and that may tend to make people feel jealous of you, or that you outshine them. But the thing is, like, you guys don't really have to try, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about a couple of these cards that came out here. Now, I remember saying that I feel like some of you may have a compromised immune system, or sometimes you tend to get sick a lot, especially like with your throat. I'm seeing that you may have a surgery coming up as well. People tend to give you things, okay? You might be a person who receives a lot of gifts from people. But I also feel with the Six of Pentacles, you're the kind of person who brings a lot of peace and justice to situations. So you don't really like to see people fight. You like to find practical ways to like create balance and harmony between people. Okay. So there's very much this energy of like keeping the peace. Like you like to be a peacekeeper as much as you like to ruffle feathers from time to time, but you're really like a peacekeeper type of energy. Okay. You like to have balance in everything that you do. You're very good at attracting money, you guys. Like, you're the type of person who finds money, you find feathers, you find a lot of gifts, and spirit is always giving you little gifts to remind you that you're on the right path here. Okay. There could be somebody in your life that you're not talking to at this time. There's some turmoil here. I feel like with the Queen of Wands, it's what it's giving me. This person is really stressed out about the connection with you, and I feel like they want to reach out, okay? There's a financial blessing that's also coming your way too. There's an opportunity here, and I feel like you're good at seeing opportunities and creating something from it. So you're really good at taking, 4 ingredients of something and cooking up an entire, 3-course meal type of thing. That's where your powerful, beautiful imagination comes in, and that's another thing that makes you really special. But I feel like a lot of people maybe in your life or your family have disagreed with how you do things because it's outside of the box, like I said before, especially like it's giving me a lot of like Aquarius rebellion energy. And that's created a lot of issues between you and somebody. But I feel like there's a healing that's going to be coming very soon with that. Okay, guys. So I love this reading for you. Guys, this is just so incredible. And I just want to remind you, you don't have to shout from the rooftops. You're the kind of person who you do things very quietly, and people see that. You're that quiet change. You're, like I said, that old soul, that grand master of things, and people recognize that in you. So you never really have to do anything or try really hard at living what your purpose is and using those spiritual gifts, because people recognize that in you. It's sometimes I think that you have trouble recognizing what's special about yourself. But it's funny because I also get the energy for you guys that you help people to find the joy in life regardless of how tough it gets with that 10 of fire. You're able to see that there's always an opportunity to see things in a different way. So you're very good at helping people shift their perspective and find the joy in life regardless of whether it's handing them a bucket of pain or not. That life can be very beautiful, and it's all about what you choose to do, and playfulness and having fun, and really giving all you have to the things that truly matter to you. Okay, so I hope this reading was really helpful for you guys. I'm so grateful that you're here today. I love your energy pile too. You guys are awesome. Go out there, go change the world, go help the people, go do the things. Please don't forget to like it on your way out, pile too, and don't forget to subscribe. Come on back to my channel for more of the same awesome content. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, pile three, how are you guys? Welcome to your pick a card reading, and here we have a beautiful rose quartz for you guys that you can see here. Rose quartz is the heart chakra. It's a stone of the heart chakra, and it's unconditional love. I love this one. This is feminine energy. It's all about self-care, loving and compassion, healing, and definitely like healing our emotional wounds. Okay, so we're just going to pop that over there and put this one here. All right, guys, and then we're going to get into this reading. I just literally chose these. Sorry, moving my chair here for a second. I just literally chose these, like pulled them out of the pile. I have not seen these, so we're both experiencing these at the same time. Oh, I love this. Okay. You guys got the elder. Wow. I love it. Yes. Okay, psychic babies. Okay, pile three. Let's get it. You guys. Wow, this is powerful. So, part of your spiritual gift and your purpose here, and you seem to have many of them, is to be an author. So there's a writer in you. There's a way that you can take your creative imagination and put it down into words. Or maybe you've just had such an interesting life that it's time to definitely write that book that you've been wanting to write for quite some time. I can see that here, guys, as the author. Maybe you're into children's books. I don't know. But I feel like you are very good at expressing yourself. You're very good at talking to other people. You could even be like a speaker, somebody who's an excellent communicator, something like that. I feel like words are very important to you, and you understand the power behind the words that you're saying. Pile three. Now we have the arts, which is beautiful because this is past life energy. There may be some artistic musical talents that you've brought into this life that support you. You could be a songwriter. You could be like a rapper, something like that. Like your music, is like your writing goes along with your music. Okay. Or maybe you just play instruments. Maybe you're able to read music. All right. Which is a gift, actually. I don't know if they teach music like that anymore, but when I was growing up, like you learned how to like read music a little bit and, how to sing a song according to like how the notes were on the paper. I don't know if they do that anymore, but maybe you have that skill. Okay. So really, really beautiful energy so far. And you guys have the elder, and this is so amazing. Like, the elder teaches everybody. The elder is the one who has all this beautiful life experience to share with everybody else. They always know what to say. They're the speaker. They always know what to do. They know how to lead, and they know how to be in a position to learn as well so that they can teach others. So I feel like you guys being the elder is like really, really powerful. So let's talk about it. This is a card of confidence and really stepping into your power and being strong. You are a leader. Okay. Your truth is heard and felt by people. You make a stand in your life, and you carry a deep, deep inner wisdom that you share with others. You're a teacher and a leader in every sense of the word. You are a beacon to other people. Okay. You're the person that everybody goes to for advice, because that's what they do to the clan elder. And it's now time for you to really step into this leadership role. So if you've had that book that you want to write and stuff, guys, it's about time. Okay. You have the kind of life that has shown you a lot of different things. And part of your gift is being able to relate to so many different people because of all the different things that you've experienced, that you're able to show people and teach others that they can go through a lot of hard things and they can still be strong. They can still be strong. So this is beautiful. It says you might find yourself alone and tired, but what you're doing is making a difference in a lot of people's lives. And the greatest leaders, they know how to support people, and supporting them means helping them to also realize their dreams. Okay. So now it's time for you to step forward and guide people to light, guiding people to light. You're capable of helping people see what is special about them and helping them on their spiritual journey. And we have the pillar of light here. I mean, come on. All of this is just like, what? All right. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Hello. Listen, I didn't look at these cards. I just pulled them out. I literally shuffled whatever popped out. It was face down. I just shoved it in a pile. So I'm like shocked that these all go together as well as they do. Okay. Your energy is big. I feel like you have a lot of this psychic energy, psychic ability. You have that third eye. That's what an elder has, a special kind of wisdom that they can see things in a spiritual way. They can guide and they can lead an entire tribe. And you are that. You are a bright light to other people, whether you like to realize that or not, guys. Sorry, I got everything messy here, but you're the oracle. You're the one who tells the stories. You're the one that maybe you're psychic, maybe you're a tarot reader, maybe you do some divination, maybe you throw bones, I don't know, read feathers, but you do something. You have a special gift that makes people want to come to you and say, what's the answer? What is the answer? And your answer tends to be, the answer is within you. Okay. You're that guiding light for people on the path, especially when it's dark for many people. All right, guys. So yeah, being the oracle, back in the day, they would go talk to the oracle to try to get answers to all of their problems. So I feel like that's you. You have that oracle way about you. This is so cool. I love this reading for you guys so far. So we have the networker. Of course you are, because you're the elder and you're a powerful leader. Your light attribute enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Yeah, because you're a light, you're a beacon. People will follow what you say, what you write, and what you tell them. You could be a podcaster. Maybe you write podcasts. Maybe you're a blogger, something like that. Or your posts are like really super powerful because you can network with people. You're very good at that. Okay. And because you're an author, your spiritual gift is in your words and being able to convey messages in a way that people get it, right? Okay. Now, and in a spiritual way too, your shadow attribute, this would be your quote, quote, negative side, or the things that you got to be careful of or work on. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So be aware, guys, if your conspiracy theories get a little bit cray cray, all right, because you may create fear in other people, or maybe because you you may think you know a lot. Okay, I'm just reading the cards, don't come for me. You might not have all the information all the time in a correct way. So be careful. Like do your research before you go ahead and say certain things at times. Okay. I always feel like this card is kind of a warning about the things that we might not notice about us that might be negative, and how we use our gifts in a way that's not helping others at times. Okay. So now you guys have the snow leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. So I feel like you tend to be more of a loner, even though you're really good at networking and people look up to you and you're the elder and stuff. I feel like you like to hermit away and spend a lot of time by yourself. And that could be like, many of you could be projectors. In the human design, projectors don't make their own energy. So they get to like absorb energy from others and then use that, and then they go and hide away so that they can kind of recharge the battery. All right. So as much as you do like doing what you do, I feel that many of you do it because it's a passion that drives you, but you're not necessarily that person that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to stay for 3 hours after I do the talk and hang out with people. You're like, I gotta go. It's a lot of energy. That's also an empathic thing as well. People who have very strong psychic abilities are like that, because it takes a lot of energy. Like I said, that projector thing, they have to go, they absorb a lot. They experience a lot of energy like you do in a room, or, with stuff that's happening, and then they need to go recharge the battery. So you do like your downtime and being alone, and that's not a bad thing. Okay. And if you haven't been doing that and you wonder why you're tired all the time, it's probably because you need naps. It needs naps because you might be leaking a lot of your psychic energy all over the place. Okay. Not realizing that you actually need to recharge those batteries. Okay, y'all. All right, cool. Now, part of your lesson or your purpose has to do with pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I feel like some of you actually could be like from a tribal society, like maybe you have Native American in you, and you're a very proud person of your accomplishments and the things that you do. And I also feel that you bring that out of other people too, that they feel proud of what they have done in their own lives. You give people the permission to acknowledge themselves and be proud of themselves in a humble way. Okay. Because you love yourself, and you have the ability to see yourself in everybody and have other people be able to do that too, which is not an easy thing. That's to say, I see you as I see myself, right? That's what namaste is. It's like acknowledging myself and everybody else, that I am you and you are me, and we are all the same person. So you may teach that, you may talk about that. People may love and respect you because of that. I feel like it's one of your superpowers, is being able to see the beauty in other people, even at their worst. You can still see what's incredible about other people, and you show people how to do that as well. And that's very much a very special gift. Okay. Now let's move on to your psychic abilities. Oh my gosh. Like I said before, you guys are a light worker. You're the oracle. Third eye. You may have visions. You may have dreams. You may be able to see have premonitions and see things before they actually happen. And I feel like that's one of your spiritual gifts as well. that you're able to see or predict the future. Maybe you use tools like how we use tarot here and oracle to do that. Or maybe you just literally see it, like, like you have dreams or something, and somehow like the visions just come to you. Pile 3. That's like super, super powerful. You know what I get from for you guys too? That you might be able to smell things. Maybe some of you might be a medical medium, or like what else, what the other thing that like comes with your spiritual gift is the ability to connect like a smell and something. Um, and like then you can kind of see it, you can visualize things through a certain type of smell that you might pick up. I know that's really weird, but there are people who have so many different kinds of spiritual gifts, and this just happens to be one of the stranger ones, but I think it's one of the coolest ones, that a smell will evoke a moment of like things that happened in a place or something like that. Okay, you guys are a lot more like analytical than the other two piles. You think more, like with this wise kind of elder energy, I think you think more. You think a lot of deeper thoughts that you might keep to yourself at times, and only allow people in so far. I feel more of a guarded energy about you, but I think that has to do more with conserving your energy, because there's a lot of like, I don't know, like that oracle type energy that, we've talked about before, and you potentially being a projector in your human design. I would not be surprised if you guys were projectors, because projectors have no energy of their own, really, like I said before. So I'm really, really liking this a lot. And I get you being an entertainer or a performer in your past life. And I feel like that might be here in this life. It's just in a different energy. Like the way you entertain and the way you perform has to do with like your words and your authoring. I get your voice is very, very powerful, and that's part of your spiritual gift, and your purpose is to speak and have other people hear you so that they can open up their spiritual gifts, and they can do what they need to do and really step into their purpose in this life. Okay. Let's see here. Actually, let me grab these other cards here and see what I got for you. Is there anything else, please? Oh, what happened here? Here we go. Oh, that's just a bunk card. I didn't notice that. All right. Anything else for my special pile 3? Pile 3, anything else? Any additional messages? Gonna get 3 cards out for you guys. Ooh, the Tower. You definitely help people transform. You could be in the work of transforming people. Maybe you're like a spiritual author where you're writing books, or you have ideas of writing books about helping people change, like self-help and development. Okay. You could be a coach, something like that. The Tower is great because you shock people. I think people are surprised by how deep your waters run, because you're very like I said, you're not outwardly this person that's like vulnerability, all over the place. You're the kind of person who has it deep within them, the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. You're very emotionally stable inside of yourself, but you don't show how like deeply you care, how deeply you give, how deeply you love. Okay. So you're very unexpected. You take people by surprise because, still waters run deep. People who don't say much, but when they open their mouth and it's incredibly powerful, tend to shock a lot of other people. Okay. You're waking people up to love. I feel like that's one of the powerful things that you do in this lifetime. With the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, you teach people about loving themselves and about loving others. okay, in a very, very deep way, that God is love, that life is love, that spirit is love, that all things are love. And before loving everybody else, you get to love and take care of yourself. I think that's what you're here to do, because really, for me, the tower being Scorpio energy is very transformational. It's big, shocking changes. And I think you wake people up to love being the only truth that there really is, okay? And that there's a lot of healing available when we love ourselves and when we're forgiving, okay? What else do we have here? Oh, the moon, 4 of cups. And the 7 of Pentacles. You are a very patient person. I will say that. And a lot of people take you for granted. They might see you as the strong, silent type or something like that. They miss opportunities often to go deep with you in relationship, because I feel like people sometimes misunderstand you and they think that you're not vulnerable, but you are deeply vulnerable. Okay. You definitely could have dreams here with Pisces energy. I also call this Cancer. You could be a Pisces or a Cancer. And I fear, like I hear you saying, I fear that people don't choose me. I fear that people pass me up a lot of times, but I'm so worth it. 7 of Pentacles. And I think that that might be a theme in your life, that you feel like you're not chosen sometimes, or that people don't get it about you. But I feel that people do. They just don't like to admit that you have that quality about you that makes them want to go deep with themselves and wants to put them on that journey of loving themselves, okay? And that's a them problem. That's definitely not a you problem, pile 3, all right? You awaken people to the fact that they need to change and that they need to love themselves and they need to love others more and they need to take care of themselves, okay? You guys, again, with this powerful psychic energy with the moon, it's visions. You could get downloads and stuff like that. I think some of you may even do things like maybe you auto write, or you do maybe you speak in tongues. You might work with angels too. I feel like a lot of angelic energy that's around you. You may have even seen them. And from time to time, you're reminded in things that angels are near you. Okay. Make work with one specifically. I get Azrael or something like that, Ariel or Azrael. But yeah, this is really, really incredible. I'm just kind of mini blown away by this reading, because I think it's just so awesome, especially you guys being in such a leadership position. And I think sometimes you guys don't even realize how much of a leader you are. Like I said, that strong silent type. People that are leaders, they don't have to shout from the rooftop. They lead by example. And I feel like that's what you do. And people really look up to you. Okay. So this is what I have for you guys. I really hope that this helped you. I feel really complete with this reading. If it did resonate for you, please don't forget, guys, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and come on back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.